Hey guys, so today is Monday and we actually do have a no news Monday. So I was not planning on trading today. Still, the delivery was actually quite clean. So that's the daily chart, nothing really special. We do have a huge higher time frame gap we want to basically mark out, but we are not near any higher time frame highs or lows. So we are just basically trading within the range. So let's drop to a hourly chart. So here it's getting a bit more interesting. So what I like about the day is the fact that we have basically built up like the clean sell liquidity right here. So New York open kill zone, sell liquidity, London lows, also the low right here, and also Asia lows. And we also still have basically the liquidity void right here, where basically no trading was done. So let's drop to a 50-minute chart. Yeah, right here you can see the opening prices as well: 9:30 opening, 8:30 opening, and the midnight opening. So yeah, really a clean delivery actually within the AM session. But before we drop low, I want to show you regular trading hours, because we also like had a huge high time frame gap. We also did have a huge new day opening range gap, as you can see right here, 200 handles almost. So therefore we are in trading conditions, and now it's getting a bit more difficult to spot actually the right consequent encroachment levels, because we also do have like the new opening range gaps of previous days, and because we are trading within the range right here, I still basically mark out or leave the levels on my chart, because as you can see right here, we are still trading quite clean to levels of older new opening range gaps as well. But we definitely look at consequent encroachment of our new opening range gap, of our today's new opening range gap, also the upper quadrant and the lower quadrant. So as you can see right here, with the opening, we aggressively traded through the upper quadrant. Therefore, we are definitely not in trending conditions. So we don't expect that NQ will actually trade higher, I have to admit. You will see what it took along, but yeah, it was not really maybe not the best approach. Still, we also look at the lower quadrant, and also yeah, price was also reacting to the upper quadrant right here, and we are also, or we could not basically trade above the high right here, so therefore we are still trading within the range. And yeah, so but maybe I will delete I think we need both of them. Yeah, so consequent encroachment is no, I think this one, maybe we don't need this one. Yeah, still also trading to consequent encroachment right here, but I think we can leave it out. So yeah, we basically reverse right here at the upper quadrant of the new opening range gap from Thursday, sorry. And then we basically traded lower. We took out the low right here, traded to the lower quadrant of the new opening range gap, and traded higher. So now let's go back to NQ on the 1 minute chart right here. So, and basically I will show you my executions. So which trade I took today. So I took one long right here. What it basically was really late. It was also a bit unfortunate, because I wanted to buy, and then we traded higher, and because I entered with a market order, yeah, I was positioned really high up here, but still we traded higher. I added even right here, but yeah, I mitigated right here and got stopped right here, because we basically could not stay above the higher time frame gap right here, and we basically only reacted to the yeah, not even to the upper quadrant of the price range right here, but of the upper quadrant of the regular trading hours price range. So as you can see right here, we could not basically trade above it, so therefore we are definitely staying within the range. Because my regular trading hours chart is delayed, I cannot really see it. Yeah, so I don't really know how react of the level right here, but still, therefore we know we will not take out the highs right here, because we will stay within the range, and even target basically lower quadrants to basically fill in the inefficiency. So because we also had a huge higher time frame gap on the hourly chart. So as I showed you before, we can now expect, if we will not trade higher after sweeping the session liquidity, that we will try to fill in basically the higher time frame gap right here, and also maybe target Asia lows and maybe even the even the liquidity void where basically no trading occurred. So let's drop now back to the 1 minute chart. After basically the long setup failed, I went short right here and also added one right here after trading, or after we closed below the suspension block, and then we traded higher. And as you can see right here, the bodies are staying within the suspension block, but the wicks are trading above it, also to the breaker, and that's according to Frank price distortion. So that's the reason why we do not want to trail our stops, especially in high resistance, too tight, because the wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story. So we are definitely within a market maker sell model, which targets session liquidity, or not session liquidity, sell liquidity, and also the fact that we basically did not trade above the bearish breaker, bearish order block is really important to us, and also the bearish breaker right here. So I really want to see the body stay basically within the lower portion of the bearish breaker. So yeah, that's actually clean delivery. So I added one right here, and then we traded lower. I took my first partial at the midnight opening price, which is basically right here. And from there we actually reversed. So, but I had my stop, I think, above the high right here. Why? Because we do not want to see that we take out basically the bearish order block right here, because then that's basically my invalidation point for the market maker sell model. Then basically we will not reach for lower prices. But what appeared right here is very clean. So we traded to consequent encroachment, we traded to the suspension block, stayed within the lower portion. We had a SMT with ES, and from there on we traded lower, and then basically traded into the higher time frame gap right here. We swept Asia lows, where I took my second partial right here, and then basically I was aiming for the liquidity void down here. We basically did trade it into it just by the wick right here, but I wanted to see that we would reach the upper quadrant, consequent encroachment, or the lower quadrant. So basically that was my initial target, so therefore I got stopped right here. But I'm really content with the trade. Actually a quite clean delivery for Monday as well, especially for no news Monday. I think the long right here was a bit too rushed. Still, I really like the fact that we had a aggressive 9:30 opening, and just within 5 minutes we took out the New York Open kill zone sell liquidity, and also then London lows, and we also did had a SMT to that point. But yeah, I think the long is definitely not perfect because it's just too unclean, the price action here. We do not have any displacement, I have to admit, but still I think because we have really low risk in here, and also the mitigated one, so the loss was actually quite small, as you can see right here, only minus 44 bucks. So yeah, definitely still a nice winning day. So yeah, really good risk management, especially with the stop loss right here, because the retracement right here is very scary. But we do need to still have a wide stop, because we are still trading in high resistance. So our stop has to be above the high right here, above the order block, and then with the SMT we can trail it down to the high right here, and then yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I really don't know how many days or how much I will trade this week. I will try to really have low risk, and also to avoid trading at all, basically. So only if I really have to get into the market, then I will trade. But yeah, I will really try to de-risk basically, and to yeah, just to stay out of the market, I guess. So yeah, that's basically it. And